Hey folks, this is Kalani. Patch 9.15 will be introducing a lot of changes to the game, mostly quality of life updates, but there are some extra options when it comes to leveling up your alts. One of the new options is being able to run through Torghast if you're doing the Threads of Fate leveling mode. So let's check it out. Will Torghast leveling in patch 9.15 be the new best way to level, or just another wasted opportunity? One of the main worries people had about leveling up through Torghast was the difficulty. If you can't complete a run, then it's not going to be useful either way, right? Well, you'll probably be glad to hear that running Torghast on lower level alts seems incredibly easy. Monsters don't hit very hard, they don't have much health, and they overall don't pose too much of a threat. As you climb the floors, they obviously get more difficult, but nothing too crazy. You can still pull large groups if you have cooldowns and you're being careful about it. The end of floor mini bosses and the end of run bosses do have quite a lot more health, but as long as you pick up some good powers along the way, they should eventually fall over as well. But we're here to talk about leveling, so how do you get experience in Torghast? Well, there are actually a few different ways. First, every monster you kill will give you about 30 experience points. It doesn't seem to matter what the monster is, so both a dinky Morat and a huge elite will reward you with 30 experience, which seems kind of strange. That might make it less worthwhile to actually kill elites in your run. Skipping over them would be much more efficient, but it might not even be worth killing the small monsters much either. 30 experience will eventually add up, but it's going to take a lot of mob grinding to get anywhere with how much XP you need to level past 50. Rescuing souls throughout Torghast also gives you experience, about 500 from what I've seen personally, so a bit better than killing monsters, but both the monster XP and the soul XP will benefit from rested experience as well, so going through Torghast with rested experience saved up will speed up the leveling quite a bit. Side quests or bonus objectives that you complete in a Torghast run, like helping one of the NPCs in there or opening a chest, seem to reward you with a bit more experience, but still only about 1% of your overall level, and that's at level 50. As you level up from 50 to 59, all of the experience that you get from Torghast seems to diminish quite quickly, which makes it even less worth your time if leveling speed is your focus. The same goes for the end of run experience. Completing a Torghast run by killing the boss on floor 5 will earn you about 10% of your total experience bar at level 50, once again reducing as you get up to level 60, and reports from other testers have been saying that a level 59 will only get about 5% of their experience bar for the completion reward. Definitely not super speedy leveling status when all is said and done. Now, there is a daily quest that you can pick up at the entrance of Torghast that is extremely simple. All you have to do is complete a single run of Torghast. The quest itself will reward you with about 30% of your experience bar at level 50, so it's actually a decent chunk. That experience does get reduced as you level up, so it's going to get less and less efficient, but if you want a quick way to get a big chunk of experience that doesn't require constant grinding, just logging onto your alt for enough time to do one Torghast run to complete that daily quest can net you quite a lot of experience for the time investment. One run of Torghast can be 10 to 20 minutes depending on your class and the powers you get, so it's actually not too bad. Getting to Torghast on your alt is also incredibly straightforward as well. The only real restriction here is that you need to have Threads of Fate turned on, so either pick Threads of Fate when you first enter Oribos or just go talk to the Fate Scribe to turn it on. Then you can pick up a quest to help out in Torghast, and then all you have to do is jump straight into the Moor. I guess they don't actually want you running around the Moor on a lower level because you get plopped down straight into Torghast instead. So as it stands right now, with all of this wrapped together, all these little bits and pieces, how good is leveling through Torghast as it is right now? Well, not very good, as you've probably figured out from the numbers alone. This definitely is not going to be the kind of alternate leveling path where you can spam Torghast all day for a few days and hit max level. It just doesn't reward you with enough experience right now. Between the very low XP reward from monster kills, bonus objectives and side quests, and the end of run experience is also quite low, couple that with the poor reward scaling as you level up, and Torghast is going to be a very slow way to level in patch 9.15, which is quite disappointing. But that's mainly if you want to do something for long periods of playtime. If you just do one run of Torghast per day and knock out that daily quest, you can probably level your alts at least somewhat quickly in terms of played time, actual raw time invested, but it's still going to take a long time to level an alt from 50 to 60 when all is said and done, because you can only do that once per day, right? One big burst of experience once per day doesn't really help you if you want to level that up as quickly as possible. So in terms of numbers, Torghast isn't all that great as a leveling option as it stands right now. It would need significant buffs to experience rewards. There is another problem with leveling through Torghast though. There are no gear rewards, so if you want to level exclusively through Torghast, you would have to find some gear upgrades from somewhere else. You could sprinkle in some dungeon runs, which would be better experience gains anyway, or you can head on over to the auction house to buy some gear. But Torghast isn't going to earn you any gold either, so that would mean leveling efficiently would also cost you some gold. I guess you don't really need to replace your gear from 50 to 60, but that again is going to significantly slow down your Torghast runs overall and make the experience gains even worse. Now, patch 9.15 does introduce the Heirloom Upgrades that will allow heirlooms to scale up past level 60 and thus be usable throughout your leveling adventures in Shadowlands. That means you can use heirlooms while leveling up through Torghast to offset the lack of gear drops or gear upgrades from the system, but that's only if you A, have the goal to upgrade heirlooms to the new max, and B, upgrading them is something you actually want to do. It also doesn't solve the problem of low experience gains, so the only reason you can actually try and level up through Torghast in its current state is if you really enjoy running Torghast. If you think running through the Tower of the Damned over and over and over again is significantly more fun when compared to doing quests, spamming dungeons or battlegrounds, then maybe you'll have some fun with this change in patch 9.15. The other major factor to consider with Torghast is the class you're playing. It's no secret that some classes have a much easier time in Torghast in general. Some classes just have better powers when compared to others, and in some cases a single power can carry the entire run and also allow you to clear through at insane speeds. If you can clear Torghast faster, your XP gains will be faster, so your overall leveling will be faster. But if you struggle in Torghast, those low XP rates are going to drop even further. So if you don't enjoy Torghast, or if your class isn't very good in Torghast, then you'll probably want to stick to other leveling options like dungeons. I think spamming dungeons is still going to be one of the fastest ways to go. But that's how Torghast leveling is shaping up so far in patch 9.15, and with the patch releasing next week, I wouldn't really expect many of these numbers to change. Are you interested in going through Torghast to level, or are you just completely done with Torghast at this point? Is there anything that can actually make you go into Torghast, potentially for leveling or for something else? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and to everyone who's subscribed on Twitch. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.